Dear students, very good morning to everyone. I am KRISHNA Pandey from KV number 3, SAGAR. Today we are taking a poem from your syllabus, class 7th. The poem is The Rebel. So let's start the poem with the picture on your screen. You see what is written here? Do you know anyone who always disagrees with you or your friends or likes to do the opposite of what everyone thinks they should do? Means you find someone who does not think like many people around you. When many people think about some common thing, he is always different. Like in this picture you can say a maroon apple when all the apples are green. Okay, so this is what the idea of today's poem is, and we are going to discuss the poem further. Before we start the poem, let us see these two gentlemen. I call them rebels. They are the rebels of the history. There have been many rebels in the history, and they have always proven themselves very important for the society. These two gentlemen are Wright brothers. All of you know their invention. Their invention was an aeroplane. When the whole world thought about making motor cars, making ships, making bikes, they dreamed about making an aeroplane. They dreamed about flying in the air. And they did it. So, in terms of society, they did not follow the pattern of thinking, pattern of their own lifestyle. They thought to fly and they did it. So, they have been rebels of our times. Let's move. Let's look at the dictionary meaning of the word rebel. A person who fights against his or her country's government because he or she wants things to change. So this is the first meaning, a political meaning of the word rebel. Let's look at the second meaning. A person who refuses to obey people in authority or to accept rules. A person who does not obey rules, or he does not like to obey rules, better to say. Alright? So these are the two dictionary meanings. Let's discuss one more meaning of the word. That is, a person who does not like rules or authority and shows this by behaving differently. He behaves differently because he does not like the rules, he does not like the authority, means he is not common. He is something different because his mind has a different perception of the society. His mind has a different view for the future or for the present. So, he does not like those rules and that authority. That is what a rebel is like. So, here is a sentence. He was a rebel when he was a teenager and dyed his hair pink. He dyed his hair pink because nobody's had got that color of hair, means he proved that he is different. Okay, let's move. Okay, here is Lord Gautam Buddha, Bhagwan Gautam Buddha. In his times, he was himself so much involved in the society, and one day he turned rebel. He came to understand something different. He realized that reading these books of religion is not real religion. A religion has to be something different. And he rebelled against the set of religion of that time. And today we know a new religion has been formed after him, and this was his rebellion. So, such beautiful people, such great people too can be called rebels. So, here we have the poem. We are going to start it. About this poem, the Rebel is lightly expressed poem written in a casual style, free of any bitterness or criticism. The poet shows the character of rebel. Here the poet shows us the character of rebel, one who does not conform to the norms of society and has a contradictory attitude. His attitude is contradictory, okay, because of self-assertion, based on his self-assertion, because he has developed that view. Okay, here is stanza 1 of the poem. When everybody has short hair, the rebel lets his hair grow long. When everybody has long hair, the rebel cuts his hair short. What is the point? The point is he has to show his disagreement. A rebel shows his disagreement. When everyone has short hair, he lets his hair grow long. And when everybody has long hair, he cuts his hair short. This is his disagreement, that he does not agree with the society, with the contemporary view, with the contemporary rules of his time. Okay? Number 2. When everybody talks during the lesson, the rebel does not say a word. When nobody talks during the lesson, the rebel creates a disturbance. When everyone is silent in the class, the rebel is creating disturbance. He is talking. Means he has something else to discuss. When nobody has the idea to discuss a thing, he has a new idea that he wants to discuss. And that is called disturbance. Okay? And when everybody is talking, he is involved in the lesson and he is not saying any word. Okay? He is silent. And when all are silent, he has some bright idea and he starts discussing it. Alright? Let's move to stanza number 3. When everybody wears a uniform, the rebel dresses in fantastic clothes. When everybody wears fantastic clothes, the rebel dresses soberly. It is his way of showing his disagreement. When everyone, suppose going to school, wears uniform, and he says, no, I will not wear uniform today. I will dress up myself in fantastic clothes, in very fashionable clothes. And when everybody is going for party, something like, and everybody wears fashionable clothes, he dresses himself soberly. He says, what is the need of fashionable clothes? Simple clothes are okay. There is no problem with them. All right? Dear students, you understand? Stanza number 3. Okay, so let's move to stanza number 4. In the company of dog lovers, the rebel expresses a preference for cats. When he is in the company of dog lovers, when everybody around him says dogs are such a great animal, and the dogs have been so loyal to human beings, and like that, it means everybody is praising the dogs. He says your cats are better. Okay? And he talks about cats. He says dogs are okay, but see how beautiful and how delicate the cats are. And when the same rebel is in the company of cat lovers, when there are people around him, those who all love cats, he says your dogs are real fighters. Okay? So he has a good word for dogs. He appreciates dogs. This shows that he has some disagreement inside him. A current of disagreement is going. Okay, let's go to stanza number 5. When everybody is praising the sun, the rebel remarks on the need for rain. When everybody says there should be a good sunshine today, he says, no. Today should be a beautiful shower of rain. And when everybody is greeting rain, when everybody says, wow, today it's raining, the rebel regrets. He says, yeah, there should be sun. It is absence of sun, and it is not good. I do not like it. Alright? So this person is a rebel. Stanza number 6. When everybody goes to the meeting, the rebel stays at home and reads a book. When everybody is going for a meeting, he says there is no need for going to a meeting. I should stay at home and read a book. And when everybody stays at home and reads a book, the rebel goes to the meeting. Means he goes out. So this is very amusing, and this is very funny for us to look at the rebels, to find the rebels around us. When everybody says, yes please, the rebel says, no thank you. When somewhere people are being served with something, people say, okay, yes please, give me. But he says, no thank you, I do not like it, don't give it to me. Alright? So that is, when everybody says, yes please, the rebel says, no thank you. Okay, dear students, so this is the attitude of a rebel. Let's move further to the next stanza number 8. When everybody says no thank you, the rebel says yes please. We have discussed on the last slide. The last 2 lines of the poem, very, very important lines, or the most important lines of the poem. It is very good that we have rebels. You may not find it good to be one. Why so? Let's discuss it. It is very good that we have rebels. Why it is very good? As in the beginning of the poem we have discussed, like Wright brothers. Such people are rebels who dream different, who think differently. They have different visions, they have different perceptions of the society, and they turn great people. They turn great writers, they turn great painters, they turn great inventors, they turn great discoverers, they turn great sportsmen, or anything. Means there is a different talent other than the normal talent of the people, and they establish such good things and such useful things for the society. They bring those things from their imagination to the society, that it becomes very useful, and it becomes very, very important for us to have rebels. Suppose if we did not have any rebel since the beginning of the time, where have we been? We must have been today living in the forests, not learning online. The inventor of the mobile phones, the inventor of internet, the inventor of this screen recorder through which I am providing you this audio video lecture. This is also a creation of rebel, of a person who thinks differently, who has a different perception, who has different dimension to think, who can think differently. Otherwise, normally we are living, earning our livelihood, 2 meals a day, and sleeping every day. That is the normal life, and most of the people live normal life. It is these rebels who bring new and comfortable and very, very important, very, very very, very useful things for us. And the second line says, you may not find it very good to be one. It may be that if you like to be a rebel yourself, maybe you do not like the idea. Why? Because people create a lot of disturbance for them. People do not let them live a life of comfort. People make them very uncomfortable. They are not comfortable with the society, because society laughs at them, because society creates problems for them, society comments on them, society finds them as unwanted people, because they have not proven their skills or their dreams yet. So this journey is long of proving oneself and getting those things happen in real life. It takes time. So that time is very difficult for a rebel. Everyone taunts, everyone commands, and some rebels of such nature have been even put to gallows. They have been hanged. You might have heard about it, that when some scientists said that the gravity pulls everything with equal force, and everything has to fall. If two things, whether they are if two things, if they are of the same weight, they has to touch the ground at the same time. If they are released from the same height at the same time. So that scientist was put to death because that was not proven at that time, but the modern physics has proved it, and all of us know it. So this is what the situation of rebels, the last line mean it, that it is not very good to be one yourself. You may not find it very good to be a rebel, and you have understood it is very good that we have rebels. If there are not rebels, there is no development in the world. And this poem is not about the political rebels, the people who do not like the government and they go against the government and they take up weapons and they start fighting with the government. That is not the idea of the poem. Okay, the poem has a purpose, that the rebels are very good, those criminals are not good. Okay, such people are good who create a better tomorrow for us, for the whole humanity. Okay, so in this sense, this poem we have discussed. Dear students, let's go for the questions of the poem. Working with the poem at your page number 34, there are some questions. If someone doesn't wear a uniform to school, what do you think the teacher will say? Answer it. If someone doesn't wear a uniform to school, सपोज करिए कोई बगैर यूनिफॉर्म के कोई दूसरे कपड़े पहन के स्कूल आ जाता है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक द टीचर विल से? टीचर क्या कहेगा उसके लिए? जो भी टीचर होंगे वो क्या बोलेंगे उसके लिए? मे बी यू थिंक द टीचर विल स्कोल्ड, राइट? ओके, बट आई थिंक द टीचर कैन से हैप्पी बर्थडे, बिकॉज on birthday the students are allowed to come to the school in fashionable clothes other than uniforms. All right, so the answer depends on you. Okay, the next question. When everyone wants a clear sky, what does the rebel want most? We have discussed in the poem. When everybody wants a clear sky, the sky should be clear. When everybody says the sky should be clear, what does the rebel want most? What the rebel feels? Yes, the rebel feels it should rain. Okay. Question number 3. If the rebel has a dog for a pet, what is everyone else likely to have? When a rebel is feeling for the dog, it means everyone is feeling for a cat. Yes. Okay. Question number 4. Why is it good to have rebels? Why it is good to have rebels? Because rebels are very useful, very important for our society. They create new things. They set up new standards of living. They find new ways of progressing, new ways of traveling. There are many things. That is because of these rebels. Okay. The next one, question number 5. Why is it not good to be rebel oneself? Why it is not good to be rebel oneself? It is not good to be a rebel one, because the society creates a lot of problems for a rebel. A rebel has to go against the society, and the society creates a lots of resistance for him. The society comments on him, taunts on him, and tries to make his life uncomfortable. Okay, so that's why it is not good to be a rebel oneself. Okay, let's move further. Here is find in the poem an Antonym. A word opposite to the meaning. Okay, we have to find antonyms of these words given here. So what is the antonym of long? Yeah, it is given here. All of you know it. It is simple. Short. For grow, it is cut. For quietness, it is disturbance. Sober, it is fantastic. Lost, it is found. Okay, let's move further. Here is the third question. Find in the poems the lines that match the following. We have to match them. Read both one after the other. So you can do it. It is simple exercise. The rebel refuses to cut his hair. The rebel lets his hair grow long. This first one, and here is the first one. In this way, you can solve this exercise. Let us move to the next slide. Here is your home assignment, dear students. So what is the home assignment for today? It is prepare short biographies. You have to prepare short biographies of some people who have proved themselves rebel in positive sense, those who have changed our society positively, and these are the great personalities of human history and India too. Swami Vivekananda, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Shahid Bhagat Singh, and Dr. Abdul Kalam. Okay, bachcho. So, thank you very much for watching this video. Keep your learning high. Do not let this time pass without having a good learning. All right? Okay, thank you very much. Jai Hind.